built a world on whispered lies, a fragile dream beneath the skies. Your words were stars I held too tight, till they burned out in the night. Now I'm standing in the rain, where forever lost its name. Every tear just understands this is our broken promised land. In this broken promised land, I'm holding ashes in my hands. Every vow we swore so true now drifts away like morning dew. Loved ones carved in golden sand now fades where I still stand. I'm lost, I can't pretend. In this broken promised land, the echoes fall where laughter stayed. Our footprints gone, the light decayed. You said the sun would never die, but it's cold beneath your sky. I still wear your yesterday, though it slowly fades away. Every scar still understands I'm trapped in broken promised land. In this broken promised land, I'm holding ashes in my hands. Every vow we swore so true now drifts away like morning dew. Loved ones carved in golden sand now fades where I still stand. I'm lost, I can't pretend. In this broken promised land, maybe love was never real, just something time could never heal. But I'd rather hurt than never feel what we had before it fell. In this broken promised land, your voice still haunts like violin. Every note a ghostly strand pulls me where it all began. Though I know I can't withstand, I'll keep your heart in my hand. Forever lost, but still I stand. In this broken promised land, when the wind forgets your name, I'll still whisper it the same. In this broken promised land.
The door closed soft, but it felt loud. Your footsteps fading through the crowd. Every echo filled the air with words we lost but couldn't repair. Now silence has a different tune. It hums your name beneath the moon. And in the quiet I still hear the sound of you disappearing. It's the sound of leaving, breaking hearts without a word. The sound of breathing when goodbye is all that's heard. Every heartbeat calls your name, but nothing laughter in my bed. I trace your shadow on the floor where love walked out that final door. The night plays back your melody of what we were, of what can be. I try to rest, but dreams still spin with echoes deep beneath my skin. It's the sound of leaving, breaking hearts without a word. The sound of breathing when goodbye is all that's heard. Every heartbeat calls your name, but nothing's ever quite the same. I'm still listening, still believing in the sound of leaving. Maybe love was meant to fade like songs the morning light betrayed. But even silence feels alive with the sound of when you said goodbye. It's the sound of leaving, like the wind through shattered glass. The sound of grieving for the love that couldn't last. Every tear becomes a chord of a song we can't afford. I'm still breaking, still repeating the sound of leaving. And when the night begins to fall, I swear I hear it through it all. The sound of leaving, still calling from the We sat in silence, hearts afraid to breathe. Your eyes said everything you wouldn't speak. The room was small, but the space was wide. Between your heartbeat and mine that night, every word we swallowed turned to pain. Every pause became a quiet rain. What we never said still haunts the air like ghosts that linger, always there. We broke in whispers, not in fights. Our truth got lost between goodbyes. And I still dream, I still regret all that we never said. The echo of your footsteps fades too slow, but in my chest your shadow grows. I keep replaying the
goodbye kiss. You turned away, I stayed instead to hold the weight of words unsaid. What we never said still burns the air like ghosts that linger, always there. We broke in whispers, not in fights. Our tune got lost between goodbyes, and I still dream, I still regret all that we never said. If silence had a sound, it'd sound like you, a melody that never made it through. If I could turn the night around, I'd tell you then, without a sound. What we never said still burns inside. A love too real for us to hide. Maybe someday when the pain has fled, I'll forgive the words we never said. Now the wind repeats your name instead, a gentle ache of what we never said. I kept your letters in the drawer, untouched but never gone. Every word still breathes inside the silence when you moved on. I thought the seasons changed too fast, but maybe it was me, still tracing every shadow where your light used to be. And I tried to find the strength to start again, but love like ours won't listen to the end. I loved you longer than the sun could chase the rain, longer than the echoes of your name. You faded slowly, but the ache remained stronger. Maybe you forgot, but I loved you longer. The clock keeps spinning through the night, pretending I'm okay, but time's a cruel reminder of the things we couldn't say. I wear your memory like perfume that never leaves my skin, a quiet kind of heartbreak I keep folding deep within. I still reach for ghosts I can't contain. In dreams I find you once again. the echoes of your name. You faded slowly, but the ache remains stronger. Maybe you forgot, but I loved you longer. Maybe love was never meant to stay, but I'd still choose you anyway. If forever had a price I'd pay just to hold you one more day. I loved you longer than the fire loves the flame, longer than the stars could hide your name. Even when goodbye made me stronger, my heart won't change. I loved you longer. So if you ever wonder where I've been, I'm right where your forever ends, still whispering through the midnight air. I loved you longer, I still care. The room was quiet, your voice was low. You said some things I'll never know. The TV flickered, shadows played. Love was slipping, but I stayed. Your hand felt warm, but not the same. A love that's fading can't be tamed. Before the lights went out, we were everything, no doubt. You kissed me slow, I held on tight, pretending wrong could still be right. And though the dark erased your face, my heart still glows in that last place. Before the lights went out, the clock kept ticking, the air stood still. You said goodbye without the will. Our laughter ghosted through the hall. Now silence answers every call. I tried to speak but lost my breath. You smiled like love had met its death. Before the lights went out, we were everything, no doubt. You kissed me slow, I held on tight, pretending wrong could still be right. And though the dark erased your face, my heart still glows in that last place. before the lights went out. If I could turn that night around, I'd stop the stars from falling down. One more second, one more sound before love drowned, before we drowned. Before the lights went out, I saw forever in your mouth. You whispered always, I believed, then turned away and left me grieve. The night took all we dreamed about. Before the lights went out. Now every dawn feels like that night, half in shadow, half in light. We stood there under silver skies. Words were falling, but not our eyes. The storm began, we didn't run. Two hearts fading into one. You said maybe love just breaks this way, but the thunder stole your voice away. Now there's rain between us, every drop a memory lost. You reach for me, I turn to dust. Our forever couldn't cross under clouds. Our dreams got drowned in the echoes. Love can't be found. Now there's rain between us, and it still falls down. Your jacket still smells like the night where we kissed beneath the dying light. You said someday, but someday lied, and left me here where tears collide. The streetlights blurred, reflections grew, and all I saw was me and you. Now there's rain between us, every
drifting slow, the storm has gone, but the rain between us lingers on. Still hear the echo of your voice through the cracks of what we lost by choice. The vinyl skips on our last refrain, a melody wrapped in quiet pain. I reach for notes that fade away, haunted by the words we didn't say. This is our song in ruins, where love once danced in tune. Now silence hums the truth we knew too soon. The rhythm's gone, but I'm still bruising from our song in ruins. Your jacket's still hanging by the door, like a ghost that doesn't live here anymore. Every memory burns like firelight, flickering slow, then gone in the night. I hum the lines, they break apart like shattered glass inside my heart. This is our song in ruins, where love once danced in tune. Now silence hums the truth we knew too soon. The rhythm's gone, but I'm still bruising from our song in ruins. Once we were thunder, once we were gold. Now I'm the ashes of stories untold. The chorus fades, but I can't rewind. A broken record stuck in time. This is our song in ruins, but I still hear your tune. Between the cracks of dark and blue, it plays the ghost of me and you. No healing typed a message, held my breath, watched the 3 dots fade to death. Your silence spoke like shattered glass, a quiet ending I couldn't surpass. You used to answer like the sun. Now every word feels overrun. You left me on red, no words to mend, a ghost in the glow of what we said. Our story froze inside the thread. You walked away and I'm left on red. Every beat of my heart still tries, but you're gone between the lines. Scrolling through what used to be, your laughter saved in memory. I see your name, I see my pain, replaying goodbyes again and again. You were my morning, now you're gone, and I'm still checking what went wrong. You left me on red, no words to mend, a ghost in the glow of what we said. Our story froze inside the thread. You walked away and I'm left on red. Every beat of my heart still tries, but you're gone between the lines. I could delete, but I still scroll, pretending silence makes me whole. Your absence hums like static air. I talk to a screen, but you're not there. You left me on red, like I'm unseen, between the truth and what love means. Your name still lights my broken phone, but I'm replying to myself alone. You said nothing, but it said it all. Left on red, I took the fall. Maybe one day I'll stop checking blue, but tonight I'm still waiting for seeing from you. The night is colder than December, as I trace your name on the window's frost. Every echo of our moments feels like something I've already lost. Your sweater's hanging on the chair, like it's waiting for you to return. But the silence in this room reminds me some lessons love must let you learn. And I keep trying to forget you, but forgetting never stays, 'cause the air still holds your shadow in the softest, cruelest way. breathing your goodbye. I walk the places we once wandered, but they don't feel the same tonight. Even street lights look exhausted, like they're dimmed without your light. I keep replaying all our endings, searching for a different turn, but the truth is in the ashes of the love I couldn't burn. And I keep trying to move forward, but your ghost keeps pulling near. Every step feels like surrender, every breath draws you back here. I'm still breathing your goodbye, like it's the only air I know. Every heartbeat sounds like breaking, every memory won't let go. I'm surviving in the spaces where your voice used to collide. Even now I'm still breathing, still breathing your goodbye. Maybe time will teach my lungs how to breathe a brand new way, but tonight I'm just a heartbeat, trying hard to fade your name. And though love became a promise that you couldn't keep alive, I'll learn someday to breathe without your last goodbye. But for now I'm breathing your goodbye in the shadows you left behind. I'm learning how to stand again with the pieces you untied. Every tear becomes a whisper, saying I will rise in time. But tonight I'm still breathing, still breathing your goodbye. When the dawn begins to open and the world regains its light, I'll exhale the hurt you gave me and reclaim my fragile sky. I feel the quiet trembling in my hands, like every beat still understands. You were the rhythm I leaned on, a soft heartbeat that's now long gone. I try to steady what you left undone, but every breath reminds me you were the one. 'Cause I still feel your name on my pulse, running wild beneath my bones. Every echo of the love we lost still moves through me like a ghost. I trace the memories like faded lines. A quiet warmth I failed to hide. You were the fire beneath my skin, a fragile truth I kept within. And I keep trying to outrun the past, but your heartbeat lingers, beating fast. 'Cause I still feel your name on my pulse, running wild beneath my bones. Every echo of the love we lost still moves through me like a ghost. I wish I could let it go, but I feel your name on my pulse. Maybe love was meant to stay in the spaces words can't say. Even if you're gone from me, your rhythm still lives quietly. 'Cause I still feel your name on my pulse, and it hurts, but it's all I know. Every moment that we couldn't save still rushes through me like a wave. Maybe someday it won't show, but tonight your name still beats on my pulse. One day this heartbeat will be mine again, but tonight it still remembers when. You walked in like a summer breeze, soft and warm you unfolded me. I didn't know what falling meant, till you wrote when my heartbeat said. But even in your smile I saw a trace of something holding back you couldn't face. We were almost meant to stay, almost found it forever in the way. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like stars aligning out of time. But almost isn't close enough to keep a breaking heart in love. We were almost meant to stay, but almost slipped away. Your voice still lingers in my mind, a fading note I can't rewind. We built a world of maybe soon, but promises collapse too soon. I try to hold the pieces of your fear, but you kept walking, even standing here. We were almost meant to stay, almost found it forever in the way. Your hand fit perfectly in mine, like stars aligning out of time. But almost isn't close enough to keep a break.
keep you leaving from drawing near. We were almost meant to stay, but almost walked away. And I'm left holding everything we almost became. I held your promises like sunlight in my hands, believed every word you whispered in the dark. You painted futures on the walls of my heart, then walked away before they even had a chance. I tried to stand where your shadow used to be, but every step just pulled another piece of me. You taught me how to break, how to fall with no one left to catch the ache, how to breathe when every breath begins to shake. I didn't learn to leave, but you taught me how to break. Your memory lingers like fingerprints on glass, a quiet bruise that never fades with time. I try to stitch the silence back into my life, but every thread keeps pulling me to the past. I hear the echoes of the love you didn't keep, and somewhere in them I lose another piece. You taught me how to break, how to fall with no one left to catch the ache, how to breathe when every breath begins to shake. I didn't learn to leave, but you taught me how to break. Maybe healing starts where all the truth is raw, where I admit you never loved me after all. But even now I feel the fracture when I speak your name, a lesson carved too deep to ever fade. You taught me how to break, but now I'm learning how to turn the pain to grace, how to stand without the pieces you erased. I didn't learn to stay, and I won't let you teach me how to So here I am, gathering the parts you left behind, finding strength inside the cracks you carved in time.
away after you were gone, thinking maybe you'd remember what we lost. Your jacket still hangs where you left your name, a quiet echo of the love you couldn't claim. I gather pieces of the things we tried, but some hearts break too gently to survive. And I keep searching for the reasons why you let go long before you said goodbye. 'Cause I had a heart too soft for your goodbye, too open for the way you chose to leave my side. You slipped away like someone fading from a dream, leaving me with promises you never meant to keep. I held on even when the truth was hard to find, but I had a heart too soft for your goodbye. The nights are longer than they used to be, filled with shadows of the way you looked at me. I trace your memory like a fragile line, one wrong touch and it all unwinds. You taught me gently how to lose, but never how to stop loving you. And I still stumble where your silence lies, trying to understand the reasons in your eyes. 'Cause I had a heart too soft for your goodbye, too open for the way you chose to leave my side. You slipped away like someone fading from a dream, leaving me with promises you never meant to keep. I held on even when the truth was hard to find, but I had a heart too soft for your goodbye. Maybe love was never meant to stay. Maybe we were built to fall away, but still I break in all the quiet places where your absence paints its empty traces. 'Cause I had a heart too soft for your goodbye, but now I'm learning how to breathe without the lies. You drifted off like a whisper losing wind, but I'm finding strength in where your shadows end. I held on even when you left me wondering why, but no more, this heart's not soft for your goodbye. I close the door you left behind and take my softness back this time. laughter haunts the afternoon. I reach for air, but all I find are echoes of the things we left behind. The walls still hum our favorite song, but it's been quiet for too long, and I don't know how to move on. There's an empty space where my heart once was. You took the light, left only dust. Every dream still whispers us in the silence after love. I still search the dark because that's where my heart once was. The clock still ticks, but time feels wrong. Each minute drags the night too long. Your ghost sits where the sunlight fades, and I keep talking to your shade. I'm learning how to breathe again, but every breath still tastes like then, like losing you all over again. There's an empty space where my heart once was. You took the light, left only dust. Every dream still whispers us in the silence after love. I still search the dark because that's where my heart once was. If healing means forgetting you, then I'd rather live with every bruise. 'Cause missing you is what feels true, and I don't know who I'd be without you. There's an empty space where my heart once was. You took the light, left only dust. And though the world keeps turning fast, my love for you still holds me back. Forever lives inside the past, where my heart once was. I still go back to where my heart once was. Kept the quiet pieces of you folded deep in pockets of my heart. Your shadow lingers in the doorway, like a truth that tears me apart. I trace the silence on my skin, where your warmth used to live. Every breath still stumbles over all the things we couldn't give. I tried to hold the light you left, but it slips right through my hands. I learned that loving you meant learning how to break and stand. All the unsaid things between my ribs are trembling like a fault line in the dark. Every word I never spoke still beating softly in my heart. You were the ache I couldn't name, the goodbye I never chose, and now I walk with empty echoes where you're faded and memory grows. Your laughter still haunts my windows, like a ghost refusing to go. I map the spaces of our distance in the parts of me you'll never know. I held on to the almost moments where we nearly learned to stay, but love that's halfway to the finish still finds a reason to slip away. I tried to stitch the hurting shut, but the seams kept breaking wide. 'Cause loving you was learning how to lose and how to hide. All the unsaid things between my ribs are trembling like a fault line in the dark. Every word I never spoke still beating softly in my heart. You were the ache I couldn't name, the goodbye I never chose, and now I walk with empty echoes where your fading memory grows. If I could gather every silence and turn them into something true, I'd place them gently in your hands, so you know I once loved you. But time has taken all the softness and left only what remains. A quiet girl, a quiet heartbreak, and the ghost of your name. All the unsaid things between my ribs still whisper like a prayer I can't release. Every memory of you dissolves but never fully gives me peace. You were the ache I couldn't name, the wound I learned to breathe through, and in the hollow of my chest lives a love that once was you. Maybe someday the silence will finally let me go. But till then you stay unspoken in the deepest part I never show. fall asleep to the sound of your breath. The quiet rhythm I thought would never end, but now the nights feel heavier instead. Like every shadow remembers what you said. Your absence settles softly on my skin, a gentle ache that keeps pulling me in. I stand in rooms where you once stood, trying to feel the echoes I understood. And every unspoken word you left behind still circles slowly in the corners of my mind. It's the way your silence held me, stronger than your arms ever could be, wrapped in all the things you didn't say, tangled in the quiet that made me stay. You let me drown without a sound, still I waited, hoping you'd come around. It's the way your silence held me long after you stopped needing me. I tried to read the truth between your sighs, searching for meaning in the fading of your eyes. You touched my hand like you were halfway gone, a lingering warmth that never lasted long. I learned your distance more than I learned your voice, a love that never gave me any choice. We spoke in heartbeats soft and slow, until the quiet grew too loud to hold. And I kept holding on to every fragile part, even when it kept breaking my heart. It's the way your silence held me, stronger than your arms ever could be, wrapped in all the things you didn't say, tangled in the quiet that made me stay. You let me drown without a sound, still I waited, hoping you'd come around. It's the way your silence held me long after you stopped needing me. Maybe your quiet wasn't meant for me. Maybe I tried too hard to set you free, but I still feel the weight of what you didn't speak, a tenderness that left me weak. It's the way your silence held me in the spaces where love used to be. Though I tried to listen through the ache, every whisper proved it was too late. You let me fall with no goodbye, just the softness of a fading sky. It's the way your silence held me, but it won't be the end of me. Your quiet fades, and finally so do I. You used to hear me in the noise, now I'm back around to your voice, I watched your eyes stop asking why, like I faded while standing by. You stopped reaching in the dark, long before we fell apart. I was still holding us so tight, while you were already gone inside. You didn't leave all at once, you left in pieces every month. You forgot me before you let go, before the goodbye, before the no. I was loving you out loud, while you learned how to live without. You didn't slam the door, you just closed your eyes, let me hear wondering when love died. You forgot me before you let go, and that hurts more than you'll ever know. I noticed you stopped saying my name, like it carried too much weight. Your silence learned to answer me with empty words and sympathy. You smiled through our final days, like I was something you misplaced. I kept fighting for what was real, you were practicing how not to feel. You held my hand but not my heart, you were already halfway apart. You forgot me before you let go, before the goodbye, before the no. I was loving you out loud, while you learned how to live without. You didn't slam the door, you just closed your eyes, left me here wondering when love died. You forgot me before you let go, and that hurts more than you'll ever know. Maybe leaving is kinder than staying numb, but I wish you had told me when you were done. I was still building something true, while you were already saying goodbye. You forgot me before you let go, but I won't forget the strength I grew. I love with everything I had, even when you were already past. You didn't be so cold, but I felt it in the way you spoke. You forgot me before you let go, now I'm learning how to let you go. I deserve to be remembered, at least until the end. The morning came, the sunlight burned, but your shadow never returned. I whispered hopes into the air, hoping you'd hear them anywhere. Coffee cooled on the edge of the sink, I caught your scent, then let it sink. The day moved on, but I remained, waiting for a love that never stayed. Every step I took without your hand, I felt like walking on unsteady sand. You didn't stay for my tomorrow, left me with memories and borrowed sorrow.
that gave a fleeting reprieve. Your laugh still lingers in my mind, a melody I can't rewind. I trace the moments that slipped away, held on to words I couldn't say. But even love that's left behind can teach your heart how to unwind. I learned to hold the pieces you missed, to stand again in your absence. I exist. You didn't stay for my tomorrow. Left me with memories and borrowed sorrow. Every dream I built for two fell apart when I still loved you. The stars rose high while you were gone, and I faced the night all alone. You didn't stay for my tomorrow, but I'll find light beyond the sorrow. Maybe some hearts are not meant to stay. Maybe love just drifts away. Yet in the silence of this night, I find my own strength. I find my light. You didn't stay for my tomorrow, but I am learning to let go of the sorrow. Every tear that fell in vain became a lesson from the ride. The night is long, but I am free. I'll write a future just for me. You didn't stay for my tomorrow, and I will shine beyond the sorrow. I close the door, the sunlight warms, and I rebuild my quiet stores. The room still holds your shadow, like it never learned to fade. Your coffee cup remembers every morning that we played. The city sleeps without you, but I stay wide awake, counting all the moments I forgot to say. They say time is a healer, but it skips a few scars. Every night I look upward, and there you are. The moon still knows your name, whispers it through silver light, while I pretend I'm stronger than these lonely nights. The world keeps moving on, but I stay the same. The moon still knows your name. Your laugh lives in the hallway of a house I don't go back. I packed up all the memories, still left a piece unpacked. I've learned how not to miss you in the daylight's frame, but the dark keeps asking why I'm still the one in pain. I don't cry like I used to, I don't call anymore, but my heart still listens for footsteps at the door. The moon still knows your name, writes it softly in the sky. Every star's a reminder of a past goodbye. I tell myself I'm fine, but the truth remains. The moon still knows your name. Maybe love doesn't vanish, maybe it just hides in the quiet between heartbeats, in the pull of the tide. If you ever look upward when the night feels strange, know there's something above us that still says your name. The moon still knows your name, but I'm learning mine again. I won't erase the story, just won't live it in my head. If loving you was a season, I survived the rain. The moon still knows your name, but I don't need the pain. Tonight I let the moon remember, so I don't have to. I folded my days around your name, like it was something safe to say. You promised nothing, still I hoped. Built a future out of things you never wrote. I learned your moods are quiet signs. Ignore the warning every time. I thought love meant I'd understand, even when you slipped right through my hands. I kept choosing you in every doubt, while you were already halfway out. I love you longer than you stayed, held on through nights you'd already escaped. You said forever without a sound, then disappeared while I stayed around. You let go before the pain showed through. I loved the parts you never grew into. I loved you longer than you stayed, and I'm still here learning how to fade. Your absence learned my daily life. Sat at the table, slept at night. I stopped expecting your reply, still flinched when my phone lit up with light. love again, just not that way. Not longer than someone decides to stay.